What happens when the woman everyone underestimated becomes the woman no one can ignore? Ladies, let me tell you something. The Sigma female is often the quiet storm in the room. People laugh, dismiss, and underestimate her, until the day she rises and makes the world eat its words. And that's exactly what we're diving into today. Why the Sigma female always ends up being the last one standing. Now, before we get into it, if you're new here, hit that subscribe button right now. Trust me, you're not gonna want to miss any of these deep dives into the world of Sigma power. So sit tight, because today we're breaking down 10 undeniable reasons why the Sigma female transforms from underestimated to unstoppable. Point number 1. The underestimated queen. Let's be real, society loves to underestimate quiet women. The ones who don't scream for attention, the ones who don't follow the herd. The Sigma female is often that girl. People look at her independence and think it's loneliness. They look at her silence and mistake it for weakness. But what happens when the quiet one is actually studying the room? What happens when the so-called invisible girl is secretly plotting moves that shake the whole board? That's the Sigma female. She doesn't need to announce her greatness. She proves it when the time is right. And while everyone else is busy laughing, she's building. Point number 2. Silence is her weapon. Here's a little truth bomb. Silence scares people more than shouting ever could. The Sigma female knows this. She doesn't waste energy trying to clap back at every critic. Why? Because she knows the loudest one in the room is usually the weakest. She's not out here chasing validation. She's mastering her craft in silence. And then one day, boom. Out of nowhere, she's miles ahead while the popular crowd is still trying to figure out what just happened. The silence they laughed at? That was actually her war strategy. Point number 3. She refuses to play their game. Everyone else is out here running the rat race, desperate for approval, chasing the next shiny thing. The Sigma female? She's not even on the track. She knows the system is designed to drain women of their energy, their focus, and their worth. So instead of playing the exhausting game of be liked, be perfect, be everything to everyone, she builds her own lane. And ladies, nothing makes people more uncomfortable than a woman who refuses to play by their rules. They'll laugh at her for not fitting in, until suddenly, she's thriving in ways they never imagined possible. Point number 4. Pain becomes her fuel. Here's the thing. Sigma females have a way of turning pain into power. Every betrayal, every dismissal, every "you're not enough" thrown her way, she doesn't crumble. She absorbs it. She fuels her drive with it. It's like giving her rocket fuel every time someone doubts her. And while others are whining about how unfair life is, the Sigma female is out here building an empire out of bricks people once threw at her. So when the dust settles, who's left standing? The woman who turned her scars into armor. Point number 5. She's not afraid to walk alone. This one's big, ladies. The Sigma female is not afraid of solitude. She knows that sometimes the path to greatness is a lonely one. While others need constant company, constant validation, constant noise, the Sigma thrives in silence. She walks alone, not because she has to, but because she chooses to. And let me tell you, when a woman learns to walk alone, she becomes unstoppable. Because what can you really take away from someone who's already whole by herself? That's why when the crowd fades, when the fake friends disappear, when the noise dies down, it's always the Sigma female left standing strong. Point number 6. She reads people like a book. Ever notice how the Sigma female rarely gets played? That's because she's a master of observation. While everyone else is busy running their mouths, she's watching. She notices the hesitation in your tone, the crack in your smile, the way your story doesn't quite add up. It's like she's reading subtitles that no one else can see. People laugh at her quiet nature, But that's exactly why she catches details they miss. And when the truth finally comes out, she's already 3 steps ahead, sipping her tea like, I knew it. That's how she avoids traps, cuts off toxic people early, and builds a circle so strong it could withstand an earthquake. Point number 7. She doesn't chase, she attracts. Now let's get this straight. A Sigma female does not chase anyone. Not friendships. Not men. Not opportunities. She knows her value, and she knows that desperate chasing only leads to disappointment. Instead, she focuses on her own lane, her own glow, her own grind. And guess what happens? The world starts chasing her. Opportunities flow in. People want to be around her. And the same ones who once laughed at her independence are now begging for a piece of her energy. It's ironic, isn't it? The woman they mocked for being too independent suddenly becomes the magnet everyone can't resist. Point number 8. Her standards scare people. Here's the cold truth, ladies. Most people aren't ready for a Sigma female standards. She doesn't settle. Not for a job, not for a relationship, not for a friendship. If it doesn't align with her values, her peace, or her vision, she walks away without hesitation. And that scares people. Why? Because low-effort people can't stand being around a high-standard woman. They'll laugh at her, call her too picky, or too hard to please. But in the end, she's the one with the fulfilling life, the strong boundaries, and the respect that others wish they had. When the smoke clears, her standards are the very thing that keep her on top. Point number 9. She's built for the long game. See, most people are playing checkers. They want quick wins, instant validation, overnight success. The Sigma female? She's playing chess. She understands that real success, real strength, and real freedom are built over time. She doesn't need the spotlight today, because she's planning for tomorrow. She's not swayed by trends, peer pressure, or quick fixes. And here's the kicker. While everyone else burns out chasing shortcuts, she's quietly stacking wins, brick by brick. So when the dust settles years later, guess who's still thriving while others faded away? Yeah, the Sigma female. The one they laughed at for not rushing. Point number 10. She always rises. And here's the final piece, ladies. No matter what happens, no matter how many times life knocks her down, the Sigma female always rises. She's like fire. You can try to put her out, but somehow she comes back stronger, brighter, and hotter than before. People laugh at her struggles. They whisper about her setbacks. They bet against her. But she's the kind of woman who can rebuild from nothing. She's the type who turns rock bottom into a foundation. She doesn't just survive, she thrives. And by the time the dust clears, she's not just standing, she's towering. That's why, when it's all said and done, the Sigma female is the one everyone remembers. Not because she was loud, not because she begged for attention, but because she was unshakable. So, ladies, let them laugh. Let them underestimate you. Let them think your silence, your independence, or your standards are weaknesses. Because one day, when the storms have passed and the noise has faded, you'll be the one left standing, strong, unshaken, and undeniable. If this resonated with you, hit that subscribe button right now. We've got plenty more Sigma wisdom coming your way, and trust me, you won't want to miss it. And always remember, being underestimated is the best advantage you could ever have. Because when you rise, nobody sees it coming. Having said this, I'll see you in the next one.